Hello students, today I am going to discuss previous year questions on IUPAC nomenclature along with R and S and E and Z convention. So first question is, what is the IUPAC name of the compound? So before going to answer this question, I would like to give a quick recap on how IUPAC nomenclature will be done for organic compound. So this is some brief recap regarding IUPAC nomenclature. The most important equation, what we can call important formula for naming the organic compound, is secondary prefix, primary prefix, word root, primary suffix and secondary suffix. So in this secondary prefix, it is going to give you what are the substituents and side chains present in the compound, whereas if you come for primary prefix, it is going to give whether the compound is cyclic or non-cyclic. If the compound is cyclic, then we need to use primary prefix, that is cyclo, or else we don't use anything. Word root, it is going to denote number of carbons, that is if one carbon is present, then we need to write meth. If it is 2 carbon atom, it is eth. 3 carbon atoms, prop, so on. So if you come for primary suffix, what it is going to give the information regarding is whether it is having carbon-carbon single bond, then we need to use ANE. If it is having carbon-carbon double bond, then we need to use ene, and carbon-carbon triple bond wine. This information we are going to use it after the word root, that is primary suffix. And the last is secondary suffix, and it is going to give you the functional groups. What are the functional groups we are going to have in the molecule that will be added at the last. And this is the important equation for IUPAC nomenclature. As we know, there are rules for the nomenclature. The most important rules are main chain rule here. So what this main chain rule will tell you is, we need to choose longest carbon chain. So that is the main thing we need to see in main chain rule, means we need to choose longest possible carbon chain. If we come for numbering rule, here we are going to use lowest locant set rule. That is, the substituent attached to the longest carbon chain, we need to number, or we need to give numbering in such a way that they have to get lowest numbering. So that is the numbering rule what we are going to use it for. And finally, naming, it will be done in the form of alphabetical order. And if you come for the substituent, which we are going to use in secondary prefix, they are going to act as substituent. These are the substituents in which are going to act always as a substituent. That is OR alkoxy, SR alkyl thio, NO2 nitro, azido, diazo, halogens like fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo and alkyl. Here in this table I have given the functional group and the secondary prefix name and secondary suffix name. So this is the functional group priority table. So this is very important. So among the functional group, first priority will be given to carboxylic acid. If it is going to be treated as secondary prefix, then name will be carboxy. If it is secondary prefix, then it is oic acid. Next comes sulfonic acid. Secondary prefix name is sulfo and secondary suffix is phonic acid. Next is COOR, that is alkoxy carbonyl and it is going to have secondary suffix OH. Next is the COX, that is halocarbonyl. Its secondary suffix name will be oil halides. Next is CONH2, it will be given secondary prefix name carbomoyl, whereas secondary suffix name will be amide. Next, if you see, these are two groups are triple bond containing groups. C triple bond N will be called as cyano, whereas secondary suffix name will be nitrile. N triple bond C will be called as isocyano, and secondary suffix name is isonitrile. And if you come for double bonded groups, COH, it is called formyl, whereas in the secondary suffix it will be used as Al. Next is keto group, keto or oxo, it will be used, secondary suffix will be -one, and remaining groups are single bonded groups, that is OH group is hydroxy, secondary suffix name will be OL. NH2 amino, secondary suffix name is amine. NHR alkyl amino, and secondary suffix name is alkyl amine. And NR2, it is dialkyl amino, or it is called dialkyl amine. So this is functionality group table we need to know. And if you come for the priority order, so this is the priority order. Always COH will take the higher priority, then followed by these functional group. Amino will be the least amino, followed by substituted alkyl amine and dialkyl amine. So this is the priority order. You need to remember if multiple functional groups are present in the molecule. Next important thing is this priority order. So always functional group will take first priority, followed by double bond, then followed by triple bond, and the least priority given to the substituents. So these are the important brief content regarding IUPAC nomenclature. So with this, now we will see how we can apply these rules to this molecule and how we are going to arrive at the name of the molecule. The molecule, if I select the longest chain, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So double bond has to be considered in the longest chain, and this cannot be considered. So this is the numbering, so that these functional groups will take least numbering. And why I have to give numbering like this is, it is on the basis of the priority order, that is functional group will be greater than double bond, greater than triple bond, greater than substituents. Okay, here this is substituent, this is R. So this is the substituent, these two are the functional groups. Okay, now it is 6 carbons. So now we will see the options given. 5-methyl 6-hexene 2,3-diol 2,3, there is 2 hydroxy groups, and functional group, it is an secondary suffix. So if I write the formula, that is secondary prefix plus primary prefix plus word root plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. So secondary prefix will be used for the substituent. Here the substituent is methyl. Since it is not a cyclic compound, so we need not to worry about the thing. If you come for the word root, here it is 6, so we can have hexa plus Primary suffix, what information it is going to give is whether it is a carbon-carbon single bond or triple double bond or triple bond. Since it is going to have double bond, we can have in. And secondary suffix is for the functional group. So here the secondary suffix is OH group, and OH group will have OL. Secondary suffix OL. So since we are having two OH groups, it will be diol. Now we need to number, or we need to give the where that substituent are present. So this is the methyl hexene diol. Now what we need to do is we need to mention where the substituent, where the double bond is present. So if you see the first option, 5-methyl 6-hexene 2,3-diol. So at 2,3 position, teradiol 2 hydroxy groups are present, and at 5th position methyl group is present, and at 6th position ene is present, but here it will be in 5th position. So this is not the correct option. So if come for this one, 2-methyl 2-hexene 2,3-diol, this is also not correct. 2-methyl, again this is also not correct. The remaining option, 5-methyl 5-hexene 2,3-diol. So 1, 2, 3, there are 2 diol groups, and at 5th position there is double bond. So the correct option will be, this is the correct option. So important thing is we need to know this priority order. Functional group will always take the first priority, followed by double bond, followed by triple bond, and then will be substituent, and we need to know this formula, for which we need to give prefix, root word. So next question is the IUPAC name of the following compound. Here we need to see one more concept along with the IUPAC nomenclature, that is R&S configuration, that is Kahn Ingold Prelog rule. That is, the number is given on the basis of atomic number of atom directly attached to the chiral center. First we need to identify the chiral center, then we need to give numbering according to the atomic number. So heavier isotope will get higher priority if we have isotopes. If we are not able to get priority at the first atom, then we need to go for the next atom, and if there is a double bond or triple bond is present, then we need to consider them as duplicate and triplicate. And if the priority order follows or it is in the clockwise direction, then it is given R. That R is nothing but rectus, that is for clockwise rotation. If the priority order follows anti-clockwise, then it is given S configuration, that is sinister. Okay, and in CIP rule, always fourth group will be placed in the away from the observer. So there is one more thing, if fourth group is above the plane, then this clockwise rotation will be considered as yes. So simple trick, that is, if you are having fourth group on the wedge bond, then if it is clockwise rotation, we need to give S configuration. Similarly, if it is anti-clockwise, then it will be given R configuration. So this is, you need to be very careful in the dashed wedge formula. If the dashed wedge formula is given, then we need to place, always we need to place the fourth group away from the observer. Fourth group is on the wedge bond, then simple trick is to, if it is clockwise, If the priority grows in the clockwise direction, directly we can assign S configuration. If it is anti-clockwise, directly we can use R configuration. With this brief CIP rule, now we will see how we are going to name this compound along with the IUPAC nomenclature. So here both the concepts are involved. That is, one is IUPAC nomenclature followed by R and S configuration assignment. So first case is, this is the chiral center, and if we assign the priority, so CH2, 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 so at the first we are not able to identify the priority since all the three groups are containing CH2. Then we will move on to next carbon. So here this carbon is attached to carbon, and here there will be double bond, so we need to make it duplicate. So obviously this is going to take first priority. If you come for here also it is carbon, here also it is carbon, but this is triple bond, this is double bond. So if we make triplicate, then this is going to take the second priority, and this is duplicate, obviously it is going to take third priority, and hydrogen will take fourth priority. So if you move along this priority wise 1, 2, 3, 4, so it will be anti-clockwise. Since fourth group is below, our configuration will be S. So we can rule out the R configuration options. So here these two are R configuration. Now we have two options with S configuration. Now we need to assign the IUPAC nomenclature. So we know the rule, that is functional group will take first priority, then double bond, then triple bond, then substituents. Okay, here the functional group is COH, and this COH is also known as terminating functional group. Always this will be terminating functional group, and the numbering will start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this direction also we can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So longest chain, here also you are going to get 6 carbon. In this case also 6 carbon, but we know that priority will be in this order: functional group followed by double bond followed by triple bond. So since we are going to have same long chain 6 carbon atom, so we are going to follow this priority. Now this will become substituent. Okay, so if this becomes substituent means then we need to number this one. This is 1, 2, 3. So this is propenyl. So if you see the option here also S configuration, this is also S configuration. At third carbon atom we are having propionyl, prop 2 vinyl. So this is the name of this substituent. So we see the option B is S3 propenyl. So this cannot be the correct answer. So this will be the right answer. That is S3 prop 2 vinyl hex 5 in oic acid. So here the substituent, the configuration is S configuration. The substituent is present at third carbon atom, and the name of the substituent is prop 2 vinyl. Since it is having root word of longest chain is 6 carbon atoms, and at fifth position we are having double bond, and the secondary suffix for the functional group is oic acid. and here this will be E will be get eliminated because we cannot use same vowels, so this is going to be removed and we are going to get S3 propene prop 2 vinyl hex 5 enoic acid is the name of this compound along with the R&S nomenclature. Following compound can be properly named as. Here also it is also based on the R&S nomenclature, but here they have given Fischer projection formula. So here it is having 3 chiral centers, and in the case of Fischer projection formula, how we can assign R&S configuration is the priority and everything will be CAP rule, and one thing we need to remember is it will be on the basis of fourth group. So if the fourth group is present on the bottom or top of this vertical line, then clockwise rotation will be called as R and anti-clockwise rotation will be called as S. If the fourth group is on the left or right side, then clockwise rotation will be S and anti-clockwise rotation will be R, and this should be kept in mind when the compound structure will be given in the form of Fischer projection formula. So fourth group, top or bottom, if the priority is in the clockwise rotation, R configuration, if it is anti-clockwise, S configuration. If the fourth group is on the left or right, then clockwise rotation will become S, anti-clockwise will become R. So with this, we'll see what is the nomenclature for this compound. Here we have identified 3 chiral centers. Okay, then the numbering. So if I start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it is having 6 carbon. So whether I have to give numbering from this side or this side, if I number from this side 1, 2, 3, so this substituent chloro will take third, but here it is going to take second. So the numbering will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to number from this, and this is the longest possible chain. So now at second carbon atom, I need to find the configuration. So how to find the configuration? So now I am going to consider this as R group, bulkier group. So now I need to give the priorities. So always chloro, it is having atomic number greater than carbon, so it is going to take first priority, and this carbon, it is attached to carbon, hydrogen, so obviously this is going to take second priority, this is third, and this is fourth. Now the fourth group is on the right side, so if I move like this 1, 2, 3, so it is clockwise. So if the fourth group is on the right side or left side, if it is clockwise rotation, then the configuration will be S. At second carbon atom, we are going to have S configuration. Now move to the third carbon. So I am going to find the priority for this one. So this will be first, this is second, this is third, and this one is fourth. So it is counterclockwise, but the fourth group is on the left side, so counterclockwise the third carbon will have R configuration. Similarly, fourth carbon, so here this part will be called R. First priority will be given to chloro, this is going to take second, and this is third, fourth. So here also 1, 2, 3 means clockwise rotation, but fourth group is present on the left side, so clockwise rotation it is going to have S configuration. So now the configuration at second carbon atom is S, configuration of third carbon atom is R, and configuration at fourth carbon atom is S. So now we need to check in which option we have 2s, 3r, 4s. So in the D option we are having 2s, 3r, 4s. In the remaining options we are not having any other configuration which is similar to this. So obviously this will be the correct answer, remaining are wrong. So by looking at the configuration we can decide if there is no other option which is similar. So here in this case this is the only option based on the configuration, but we will check with the IUPAC nomenclature also. The nomenclature it is 2,4 dichloro. So 2 and 4, 2,4 dichloro, those are the substituents, and at the third position there is methyl group is present, and it is an completely saturated compound, so it is having 6 carbons, so hexane. So this is the correct. One more problem related to R and S configuration. So this is IUPAC name of this compound. Here straight away we are going to recognize this is the chiral center, and here we are having 3 different substituents. So which one will be treated as functional group, which one will be considered as functional group, and remaining will be substituent. We need to go with the functional group priority table. So here OH group is present, amine, here it should be NH, amine group is present along with this alkoxy group. So already I mentioned that if alkoxy group is present, then it is going to be treated as substituent. So here this part we can consider it as OR. So it is alkoxy, so we have find out the substituent, so this will be treated as substituent. Now between these two, which one will be the considered as functional group? So we need to go with the functional group priority table. Hydroxy will come first priority, then alkyl amino group. So OH group will be the functional group, and NHR will be considered as one more substituent. So now we have 2 different substituents, that is alkoxy is the one substituent, and this is also second substituent. Now we need to find the configuration. So based on the configuration, and we can check the numbering. So hydroxy group, oxygen will take first priority. Now come for the second. Here it is also CH2, it is attached to oxygen and it is attached to nitrogen. Now this oxygen will have higher atomic number than nitrogen, so this part will take second priority, this is third, and this is fourth. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, the priority will be clockwise direction, but here the fourth group is above the plane. So if clockwise rotation fourth group is above the plane, means here it is clockwise, we need to write reverse, that is S configuration. Now we need to give numbering. Okay, so if we look at the options, these two will be ruled out. Since we have got S configuration, these two are the configurations possible. Now we need to give numbering. So from where we are going to give numbering? Whether we are going to start from 1 2 3 or 1 2 3. So that will be, that one we need to decide. So hydroxy, anyhow, if we number in any of the direction, it is going to take second carbon atom. But here this is going to act as functional group, but this is always act as a substituent. So the numbering will be from this substituent 1 2 3. So among this S configuration, so this will be the correct option. The IUPAC name of this compound. So here nomenclature we need to know, that is EZ nomenclature. So that EZ nomenclature based on the CAP rule. Okay, so whatever the CAP rule we have used for the R&S configuration, for EZ nomenclature we are also going to use the same, that is we are going to give higher priority based on the atomic number. But in the EZ nomenclature, the higher priority group, if they are on the same side, then it will be given Z, that is Zusammen, means same side. If higher priority groups are on the opposite side, then it is given the nomenclature E, entagogon, that is opposite. So we need to give priority as per the CAP rule. So then we need to check whether the higher priority groups on this carbon atom and this carbon atom, whether they are on the same side or on the opposite side. If they are on the opposite side, then we need to give E. If they are on the same side, we need to represent it as Z. So based on this concept, we have one problem here. If we start numbering, so if I start numbering from this one, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so here this two substituent will get higher number, so we need to number from this side. So if I number from this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and it is having 6 carbon atoms. Here chloro will be the substituent. So now I need to identify whether this double bond, whether it is having E or Z, whether this double bond it is going to have E configuration or Z configuration. So suppose if I look at the atomic number of this chloro and this CH2, so this is going to take first priority, then this is going to second, this is third and fourth. So 1 and 3 they are on the same side, then at second there will be configuration will be 2 2Z. 2Z will be the configuration because the two higher priority groups Cl and CH2 they are on the same side, so it is going to have 2Z. And if you come for this fourth, here it is CHCl and here it is CH2. So this priority and this group remaining is these two are hydrogens. So these two higher priority groups are on the opposite side, so 4. So in this 4 options we need to check whether we have any option which is 2Z and 4E. So first option we can rule out, that is it is 2E 4E. Second option 2Z 4E. Fourth option 2Z 4Z, this can also be ruled out, and 2E 4Z, this can also be ruled out. So correct answer will be this one. It is only based on the configuration only we can identify the correct option. So if we check the nomenclature, so 2Z 4E we have assigned. If we check the nomenclature, 3 chloro, So 1, 2, 3. At third position, chlorosubstituent is present. Hexa, so it is 6 carbon chain. So carbon chain is 6. So hexa. And 2, 4 diene. So at 2 and 4th position, we have diene. So and 1 and 6, at 1 and 6 we are having 2OH group. 1 and 6, these two are going to act as functional group, that is we are going to have 1,6 diol. So this is regarding the IUPAC name of this compound. It is based on the EZ configuration as well as IUPAC nomenclature. Thank you.